Hello and welcome to our new Wilkins Southworth video. I'm Chris Wilkins. At Wilkins Southworth, we always explore the problem to ensure that you get the most proactive and best tax advice.
There are strict deadlines, whether you're filing your company accounts, corporation, or personal tax return. Whilst there are situations where you can apply for an extension, it is important to be aware of the deadlines and the potential penalties. Repeat offenders may see their options reduced in the future and increased penalty charges. Meeting your deadline dates. When filing company accounts or tax returns, where possible, you should look to meet the relevant deadlines. This ensures that you avoid penalties and allows you more time to focus on your business and income streams. We will now take a look at company filing deadlines and potential penalties. Filing your company accounts. When filing your company accounts, they will only be deemed delivered by Companies House once they comply with the requirements detailed in the Companies Act. If your accounts are rejected, they would be treated as not delivered. Consequently, you would be liable to late filing penalties. It's also important to note that the delivery date is when the accounts are received by Companies House, not the date you physically dispatched them. There are two important deadlines when it comes to filing company accounts, which are filing accounts within 21 months of the incorporation date, and after that they must be delivered within 9 months of the company's financial year end. In light of COVID, you may be able to apply for a 3-month extension if the pandemic has impacted you. However, any application to extend the deadline must be made before the standard filing date. Any additional extension beyond 3 months is unlikely. Under the law, company accounts must be filed within 12 months of the year-end date. Penalties for late filing of company accounts. If your accounts are filed after the standard or extended deadline, you will receive a penalty notice. This will include details of the penalty, the last date for filing, date the accounts were filed, and the level of penalty imposed. The penalties applied for late filing are as follows: £150 if not more than 1 month late, £375 if more than 1 month late but no more than 3 months late, £750 if more than 3 months but no more than 6 months late, and £1,500 if more than 6 months late. If you don't deliver your accounts within the filing period for 2 consecutive financial years, each of these charges will double. Filing your company tax return, CT 600. There's a common misconception regarding company tax calculations and the company profit and loss as shown in the annual accounts. To calculate your corporation tax, the company profit and loss figure will be adjusted for issues such as depreciation and capital allowances. It is essential to recognise the very different roles of Company House and HMRC when it comes to reporting accounts and corporation tax. Companies House has no role to play regarding the filing or collection of company tax. Your company tax return must be submitted to HMRC within 12 months of the end of the accounting period in question. However, any corporation tax due must be paid electronically within 9 months and 1 day after the accounting period. Payment of corporation tax. So we have a situation where you have a 12-month deadline to file your company tax return, but any corporation tax must be paid within 9 months and 1 day of the accounting period end. The rules are different for companies with taxable profits above £1.5 million, with corporation tax paid in instalments. While there are no formal penalties for late payment of corporation tax, you would be charged daily interest. HMRC will be charging interest from the day after your payment deadline until your corporation tax liability is paid in full. If you're having difficulties paying your corporation tax, it is advisable to arrange for a repayment plan with HMRC. The company will still be charged interest, but it is a more formal arrangement. Penalties for late filing of company tax return. If you are late filing your company tax return, there is a formal penalty fee structure as follows: £100 if 1 day late, an additional £100 if 3 months late. After 6 months, HMRC will estimate your corporation tax bill and add a penalty of 10%. After 12 months, a further penalty of 10% will be added. As you can see, if you are late filing your company tax return and cannot pay your corporation tax on time, the penalties and interest can soon add up. Self-assessment tax returns. Self-assessment tax returns are traditionally the domain of the self-employed. However, those with income/gains arising outside the UK may also need to submit a self-assessment tax return. The deadline dates for self-employed self-assessment tax returns are as follows. Example, tax year the 6th of April 2020 to the 5th of April 2021. One-time registration for self-assessment, 5th of October 2021. Paper tax returns, midnight the 31st of October 2021. Online tax returns, midnight 31st of January 2022, and payment of tax due, midnight 31st of January 2022. HMRC will allow online tax return submissions until the 28th of February without incurring any late filing penalty. Those who pay on account will pay 2 tax instalments a year with a second deadline of the 31st of July. Penalties for late filing of self-assessment returns. The standard late filing penalty is £100 if your tax return is up to 3 months late. If you fail to file your return within 3 months, additional charges will be added to your account. Interest will also be charged on outstanding tax at the prevailing rate. Summary. The filing deadlines and penalty structures for company, corporation and self-assessment returns are relatively straightforward. In extenuating circumstances, you may be able to apply for an extension, but these scenarios are few and far between. If you receive a penalty that you believe is unfair, you will have the right to appeal. While penalising those struggling with filing deadlines and payment of tax may seem a little unfair, this encourages forward thinking and preparation. It is essential that, where possible, your filings and payments are made within the deadlines. Those who repeatedly miss deadlines will face increased charges. If you have any questions on company and personal filing deadlines and penalties, please drop a comment below and we will get back to you as soon as possible. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to learn about other videos in this series.